Monday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Long time no see. I feel like, even though it's only been less than a week, I feel like it's been a long time since I talked. It's been about a week. So yeah, as far as how the rest of last week went, it was busy. I was stressed most of the time, working on getting grades together, but it was good. I don't have any like major events that occurred that I feel like you need to be privy to. And so now is Monday. It is the start of a new trimester, so we are officially in the 3rd trimester at the school that I'm at, and it's Valentine's Day, and the Rams won the Super Bowl yesterday. And if you don't know, I'm in the Los Angeles area, so everybody's just hyped up. Like, so, and with that being said, and with my experience from teaching middle school on Valentine's Day, my first year teaching middle school, I saw Valentine's Day at the middle school level and realized, oh, this is serious. People are coming with gift baskets, teddy bears. Like, it really is more than just a little Valentine's exchange like it was in elementary school. And so it was really pointless for me to try and plan like hardcore teaching. So everything that we do today is going to be related to Valentine's Day in some very lightweight touch on some skill set, with the exception of, well, no, I could say in social studies we're doing a little something. So the first thing that we're going to do, let me look at my slide to make sure I remember, is I'm going to first have them review their feedback from an essay they just wrote on the Telltale Heart. I'm really trying to get my classes in the habit of, like, once you submit your essay and you know that I've graded it, to go back and look at the comments that I leave, because I really take time to give them feedback in the hopes that they read it, knowing that going forward, this is maybe something you need to work on or improve upon, or maybe this is something you should continue to do because it worked well for you. Then we're going to watch a video from Vocabulary that is titled Love and Valentine's Day. This is why I love Vocabulary, because I feel like they have a video for almost everything. I didn't know they had this until last night while I was watching the Super Bowl, and I was just like, do they have a video? And so they do. This one just kind of explains a little bit on the history of Valentine's Day, and that there's different kinds of love, and also about respecting people's boundaries to some degree, because there's like a lyric that says if you want to hug somebody, you really need to make sure they want to be hugged first. And then I'm going to have the kids take a quiz, which should be a nice easy A, and I'm going to put that in social studies, because I consider this to be like more social studies than anything else, and it's under the category of social and emotional learning. So they're going to do that, and then afterwards we are going to do 2 activities, both of which I got from Teachers Pay Teachers. One is a Valentine's Day bad lib. I don't know, I feel like, I mean, I don't know everything, but I feel like these were called like ad libs, and I'm still not understanding why this person's calling these bad libs. I don't know if it matters, but it's just something that is perplexing to me. So they're basically going to be writing a letter using the bad libs that they add from this list. There's 29 things that they need to add in, and they're all different grammatical parts of speech. Proper nouns, common nouns, hyperbole, past tense, verb, etc. Which reminds me, last night I printed these out at home because I wanted them in color, you know, just to be cute. And I was going to laminate them, but that thought has gone out the door, because I'm not going back up to the office to do that. Oh, I didn't put them in here. And so they get this little handout just in case, that reminds them of what all those parts of speech are. So I printed these out last night. And so if they don't know what a hyperbole is, it tells them it's an extreme exaggeration, and then it gives them an example. So it gives them all the things that they would need to know in order to successfully do this assignment. So I only printed out 16 because I'm going to have pairs of students share, and then we're going to share our letters. And my lighting is atrocious. Hold on, there we go. We're going to share our letters. And then if we have time, which I don't know that we will because it's a minimum day, but I'm devoting both blocks of time to these activities, then they're going to do a Valentine's breakup letter. And that talks about, let me open up this PowerPoint now that I have it. It just talks about good and bad breakup letters, because let's face it, these kids are dating, whether we think they should be or not. And they're either going to be breaking up with somebody at some point or being broken up with at some point. And so this is just kind of a fun way to acknowledge that and then kind of help them through the process, where if you were the person that needs to break up, what should you do and what should you not do. I would really love to reference Sex in the City, where someone was broken, or where Carrie was broken up with, on a post-it note, but those kids will have no idea what that is, and even if they do, I don't even want to go down the path of what Sex in the City was all about. So it's a slide presentation. This all came from Teachers Pay Teachers, and so you can see it talks about good versus bad breakups. And then finally, let me see if I can do this a little bit more efficiently. Let me look over here. They will write a breakup note, and then it gives them tips for writing, things that they should be focused on as they write this breakup note. And then they do a pre-write where they're going to give some background information on the couple that they're going to have breakup. How did they meet? How many years have they been together? What was their relationship like? And then they need to have an introduction, 2 paragraphs that will make up the body, and a conclusion. And they can either write it in letter format or as a text, which reminds me I need to print this out as well. So those are the activities that I have planned. So as you can see, it's all Valentine's related. There's still some element of academics in there. They're gonna learn or review or practice something, but it's acknowledging the fact that these kids are not really gonna be paying attention to a whole lot because they're gonna be so consumed by their Valentines or their gift. What is this? Their gift, or they're just excited. Sometimes you just gotta accept the cards you've been dealt. And the cards I've been dealt is, it's Monday, it's Valentine's Day, and I teach middle school, so I have to work accordingly. So I'm gonna get back to work. I don't have a whole lot of time on my prep today, and I need to finish my grades. They are due tomorrow. So yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Can you tell, like, I mean, yeah. And then, like, not communicating has been leading them to, like, form connections with other people.
Yeah.
Anthony, you talking about me being pathetic. You've never even been in a relationship.
That doesn't mean he's pathetic. That means he's a strong, independent man. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
What's my name? How would you want to tell somebody how to be in a relationship?
And they've been together for, like, do we have to write it in, like, complete sentences?
No, this is just a planning page, so this doesn't have to be complete sentences.
What are we doing it on?
Then they met their friends in the dorm. Tessa and Harden.
Tessa and who?
Harden. Tessa and Harden.
And Harden.
Random people.
Teach your neighbor.
It is actually 6:48. I'm at home, and I really thought that I was gonna check in with you a little bit after all the kids got picked up from dance practice in my classroom. But by the time I got back in my room, it was about 3, and I had a dentist appointment at 5 o'clock, and I really wanted to use the 2 hours that I had in my classroom to get things done so that I'm not super stressed trying to get my grades finalized tomorrow. So I think I took a little bit of footage of me working, but I didn't really talk to you guys at all. As of right now, I feel like all my grades are entered. There's nothing left for me to put in there, and I just need to look through things one more time to make sure that it's all making sense and grades look right, and put in comments, which is not easy because you are just selecting comments from a drop-down menu, and I know that I'm abnormal in that I really don't like that, because sometimes you need to really let's say curate some comments for specific students and parents, so they know, like, have a more specific, or there's a word I'm looking for, just a more detailed version or idea of what's going on. And the comments on our report cards at the middle school level are very generic, so I wish I can just kind of add to them. So it really is just a matter of me clicking a button for most students to add these comments. I don't I don't even know where I'm going right now. But that's just not an option. So I feel like everything will be fine and I'll get them finalized tomorrow. And then once that was done, I had to head over to the dentist. I am proud to say that I got glowing reviews from this hygienist. My using of the mouthwash with the gum protectant is working. My toothbrush, I never got that water pick, and I've been flossing more. I won't even say that I'm flossing every day, because by the time I get upstairs to brush my teeth, like the fact that I even got my teeth brushed is miraculous, let alone adding a layer of flossing. But I'm flossing more than I was, so that helps. And as far as the Valentine's Day activities, I will definitely show it to you tomorrow. I decided, because we didn't get to finish, it's a minimum day and minimum days fly by. The kids were really into the breakup letter. We didn't even do the ad lib thing because by the time I showed them the video and vocabulary, we didn't have a lot of time, and I had to kind of pick which one I thought they would enjoy more, which was the breakup letter. And I was right, like they were just excited about the concept of concocting drama that is either real or not. And as we were just talking through the slide presentation, you know, there were moments where I felt like I was in the middle of like a soap opera where people were like saying things to people but not saying it, and just speaking hypothetically, but maybe it wasn't really hypothetical. It was just kind of funny. And then some people are just making it fun, which is what it's supposed to be, where they're like, Miss Lawrence, my partner teacher, is breaking up with Zane, or Zane is breaking up with her. I didn't really get clarity on which was which. So I'm gonna let them finish that tomorrow, because I know they wanted to share their letters, and then I'll let them do that bad lib tomorrow. So 2 days of Valentine's activities, which is fine, because I honestly feel like sometimes I really am working those kids. There's not a lot of downtime in my class, and the assignments and the work that I have them do is not necessarily just easy stuff. So I said, let them have a couple of days. Let them live a little. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm in my bathroom now. It's Valentine's Day, and I always like to try and do something that makes me feel like I'm treating myself on Valentine's Day. Sometimes I buy myself something. I knew I didn't want to do that this year because I feel like I've bought myself plenty recently, but I wanted to at least have a nice meal. And then I was like, well, you should eat something healthy because you don't do the Peloton on Monday. And I said, you know what? It's Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna worry about calories and health. I'm gonna get what I want and worry about that tomorrow. So I'm getting a pasta shrimp scampi from a restaurant that is, I don't know if it's everywhere, but BJ's Brew House. Their shrimp scampi is really good. And I got dessert because I had a free Pizookie. And I'm gonna take a shower. And my treat to myself for Valentine's Day on top of that is to take a shower, go downstairs, and do absolutely nothing. Just sit there on the couch and watch something on TV. I don't know what. I need that. It feels like a treat. It shouldn't feel like a treat because that should be normal, but it does because I've been working a lot. I worked all weekend trying to get grades done and stressing out the Super Bowl. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna also pull out what I'm wearing tomorrow. I have been wanting to wear the sweatsuit from Target. I've been trying, and I have successfully done so, made a point to wear something that is related to Black History Month at least once a week, every month, or every week in the month of February. And this is my sweatsuit from Target that says black is what I'm wearing today. It's obviously a black owned business and designer, so I'm gonna wear sweats to work tomorrow. And that's that. So with that being said, I'm gonna take a shower, relax, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
You know, the liberty to kind of explore and see like what's available to you and how you're going to integrate that, knowing what you're teaching, kind of thing. Do you know all the different features like about the text and what the students can do with that text as far as like manipulating it or annotating and things like that?
No, is it kind of like Common Lit or something where they can kind of highlight and...
Yeah, it's kind of the same. I mean, so yeah, they can definitely highlight, and with them they have, I think, 3 or 4 different colors. They can add notes. And so one of the nice things, I know StudySync does it too, but I feel it's more accessible here in TCI. Mm-hmm. So if I were to highlight, you can't do it on, you can highlight on the teacher end, but the way it shows up, I don't think it'll show up on the teacher end. So you can highlight, you can add notes. So let's try it. Oh yeah, it won't let me. It says teachers cannot add notes. So on the student end, they can add notes. And say, for example, you say, you give them a question, mm-hmm. And then you want them to respond to that question. They can put it in notes, but they also have to highlight the evidence that they use to find that out.
Good morning. It is 8:52 on Tuesday, and I just got out of a meeting. It was voluntary during my prep, where you just got a little bit of orientation with our new social studies adoption TCI, and it was just me in the meeting with the presenter, which I understand because grades are due today. And as I was in the meeting, I was like, okay, like, are my grades done? And I also have to make sub plans tomorrow. But I feel like I got some good information out of it. I was already excited about using the program, and I would say I'm even more excited now because I had an idea that I need to write down because I will forget it. And now I have 7 minutes of my prep left, and I'm a little stressed because like I said, I need to make sub plans, and I'm at this place where I don't really even know what I want the sub to do, because last time I was out, there were all kinds of technical issues, so we couldn't even do, or they couldn't even do the digital things that I wanted them to do. So I need to give them something that's just very straightforward, but like productive somehow. But we're at a place where everything that we need to do is kind of elaborate, and it's not something I feel like a sub can just jump in and do. So we shall see. But I'm really just here to check in and say good morning. I am wearing another outfit from Target today. It is the sweatsuit that I showed you guys not too long ago. I'm too lazy to stand up right now, but I will try later. But it's just a sweatsuit. The pants match the bottoms, and it says Nore. I don't know how to say that properly in French. Is what I'm wearing today, which means black is what I'm wearing today. Super comfortable. It is the perfect outfit to wear because it's kind of drizzly, California cold outside. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna say goodbye, so I have about 5 minutes of peace before my leadership class comes in. Our rally is next Friday, so we're all a little bit stressed, but it is what it is. So I will talk to you later. It is 5:25, and I am unbelievably tired right now. I'm just sleepy. I have gotten my report cards done. Grades have been finalized. I believe everything is just fine, perfectly well. And then I had to make sub plans because I will be out tomorrow, and I am in the final stages of doing that. And making sure I have everything that I need. So, and then I'm gonna go home and drag myself on that Peloton because I need to do that. This is out of order. Page 1, 2, 3. Okay. I need to do that, and I'm just gonna take a break for the rest of the night. So, I feel like there was something I was supposed to say. That's what I wanted to say. I think I checked in with you when I was on my prep. And then I had my universal access class, which is a class that is a mix of kids from different places. And then in both my homeroom and switch class, we looked at Blood, Toil, Tears, and Sweat, which is the first passage that we're reading in Unit 2 of Study Sync. And we broke that speech down into, like, what is he, there's different sections where he's doing something different. It's a speech given by Winston Churchill. The beginning of the speech, he's really just kind of letting Parliament know what he's accomplished up until that point as a new prime minister. Then he talks about the fact that we are in fact going to war. And then he goes on to try and inspire them. So we broke that down. We took some notes on that. And then they had the rest of the time to finish filming their acted out videos for history. And I really enjoyed watching them do that. Just watching what they have put together for these videos is quite entertaining in many ways, but they all seem to be having fun with it. And I had one student today, and I've heard a few students say this just in passing over the past few days, saying that they're really enjoying this, and I'm enjoying watching them enjoy it. So they got their videos filmed because I told them today was the last time I was going to give them class time, and if they didn't get it done, they would have to find some way to meet up together to get it finished. And then they know that the edited version of their video is due Thursday. So some of them were already editing. Some of them have someone in the group that they want to edit. But hold on. There's a popcorn kernel in my mouth, and I'm eating candy. So if I sound funny when I'm talking, it's because candy's in my mouth. So So yeah, I've seen one of the videos. It was pretty funny. And I did tell him, like, you can modernize it, you can make it funny, you can make it traditional, whatever you want to do, but they all seem to be enjoying it quite a bit. So that is that, and I think that's it. I need to go home. I need to stop by the store also. I keep feeling like there's something else I want to say, but I just can't remember. I did watch Euphoria for the first time last night, and I put that up on TikTok, and that was quite the conversation piece with my 8th graders. I have heard a lot about this show. I knew vaguely what it was about and knew who was in it, but hadn't watched it and really didn't have any intentions to watch it. But there's just so many references to it now that I feel like I needed to watch it, or I felt like I needed to watch it. So I waited. Oh, maybe that's what it was. I DoorDashed dinner for myself last night for Valentine's Day. Pasta. They were super busy, so my DoorDash arrived a whole hour almost late. By the time I got there, I was starving. And while I was waiting, I decided to watch episode 1 of Euphoria to see what all this is about. And my eyes cannot unsee what they saw. And I think what was the most jarring, and what the TikTok was basically saying, like, my eyes, I can't believe that what my eyes are currently seeing is stuff that my 8th graders have already seen, because there are several of them that watch the show. And I was like, I wonder if they're parents now. If you aren't a parent and your child is watching Euphoria, maybe halt, maybe watch it as well so that you can see what they're looking at. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's all I can say is it's a lot. The acting is good. From what I can tell, the premise of the story is going to be good, but it's a lot. That's all I can say. And so my kids, when I came in this morning, they follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and they saw that and they were like, so how was Euphoria? And for the first time in since I can remember, I didn't even have any words. I couldn't even like say much. I just told them, all I can say is if I had a kid, no. And they acknowledge that there's a lot of inappropriateness in it, but that the storyline is so good. Hey, they're not my kids. I can't do anything about it. So that is that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the vlog for today here. I feel tired and like disjointed from what I'm trying to say. Here's the rest of my little sweatsuit. I'm wearing it with these Nikes. I'll try and add the Insta story if you want to see it. But I'm tired and I need to go home and I need to get these sub plans finished so I can walk out of here and celebrate the fact that I made it another trimester and got my report cards done. So as far as tomorrow, I don't know how much you'll see of me because I am out tomorrow for negotiations, and those days just don't lend themselves to any kind of vlogging. So if anything, it'll be a good morning, how are you, or a good evening, or maybe a combination of the two, but not much more than that. So I will see you. I'll just say I'll see you soon. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's 8:24 and I am on my way to do contract negotiations for the day. What we have been doing because of COVID, normally we would meet up at the district office with the district representatives, but we can't because of COVID. And so we've been meeting at one of the lead negotiators' houses, and we negotiate from there. And then the people from the district office are negotiating from the district office, but each in their individual offices. So it's kind of awkward. Every year that I talk about this, people ask, I do get paid for this, so they cover the sub, and then we get a stipend for doing this. And then the people that are the lead negotiators get a little bit more than those of us that are just on the team. The lead negotiators are the primary ones that are talking during the negotiating process. The rest of us may chime in here or there. It's usually pre-planned because maybe there's something that I need to speak to because I have more experience with it than the lead negotiator. For example, what it's like or what needs a teacher has if they are the RSP cluster. I will chime in and speak, but the leads are the ones that are doing most of the talking, and they're responsible for like putting things together, making sure the contract is typed up with the revisions that we want to make, etc. So they have more responsibility. And I'm actually really cutting it close with time, and this woman looks like she is running in her underwear. But that's not my business. That is I'm gonna give that an 8. So I'm really just here to say good morning, and that's it. I probably won't see you until I'm home later in the day. Wish us luck. Let's hope that we get to a place where we're really close to being done, because that's what I would like to have happen. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that we're going to be done today, because there's a couple of sticking points, and one of them is salary, which is always the case, and there's still a significant gap. So I would be shocked if we get all that wrapped up today, but we should get closer. So sunny. I'm wearing this new top from Ann Taylor Loft. If you remember, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this or not. Obviously, I kept it. It's very comfortable. It feels like I'm wearing a towel, like a nice, luxurious, not towel or robe, just like something luxurious from the bathroom. And I'm wearing my birdies and some jeans, so comfort was key. But that's it. Talk to you later. 6 o'clock. I am home. I literally just got home. I'm in the kitchen. So I was at one of my colleagues' house from 8:30 until about 5:45 in the process of negotiating. And are we done? No. Do I feel like we're close? Not necessarily. I am mentally tired. Today I just got to a point where I felt the switch in my brain where it was like, you have nothing left to give. So I'm tired. We were all tired. I'm home. I need to finish cooking. I'm really here just to say goodnight, but just to let you know what I'm about to do. I'm getting ready to finish cooking this meal that I started on Sunday. Some spiced pork chops, and all I did, actually, no, I did this on Sunday. All I did on Sunday was I cooked the meat because I had taken the meat out and I felt like I needed to cook it that day, but I was in no place to cook a whole nother set of meals. And then I'm gonna sit on the couch and watch TV. I don't even have to exercise, because I think what I meant to say or mentioned this morning is that I did my workout in the morning for the first time in a long time on a school day. Like, I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, worked out before work at Orange Theory, then the pandemic happened. Then I got a Peloton, and for most, if not all of last school year, I was still waking up and working out before work. And I think I even started the school year that way. And then for some reason I stopped doing that and would get to school earlier than what I was, and then work out in the evening. And I have really liked getting to work early when no one's there, but I have really hated having a long day working and then realizing I have to come home and work out, and sometimes work out and cook, and sometimes not have time to fit Riley in. And so it was really nice to do that again this morning, almost to the point where it makes me contemplate maybe going back to that. I think the other reason was I stopped doing it in the morning is because I felt like I was taking shorter Peloton classes. My goal is always to take like a 45-minute class, and in the mornings I just felt so rushed that I was taking like 30-minute classes. But so we'll see. Because it is nice right now to know that I don't have to work out. Like, that is done, that is accomplished. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm super tired, so I just wanted to kind of end today, let you know that we're not done. I'm exhausted, and it sounds like I'm gonna be out next week we're gonna meet again after school on Tuesday. I will be out on Wednesday. And I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday that's like right in the middle of the day that I won't reschedule because it is my biopsy. So I'm a little stressed about what next week is going to look like, especially because the rally's next week. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So, good night, good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I think the camera's on correctly. I can't see because there's a glare. It is Friday. It's 11:07. I just finished working out at Orange Theory. It was extra special. It was a doozy because I was running late, which meant I didn't get to pick where I wanted to start, which meant I started in the place that most people don't want to start at, which is the weight floor, because then you have all the harder stuff at the end. I don't even know what the theme of this class was, if it was endurance or what, but 495 calories, 19 minutes in the orange zone, 9 minutes in the red zone, which makes for 28 splat points. And that is probably the one productive thing that I'm going to do today. I got home last night at like maybe 8 and realized I hadn't vlogged all day. That was not intentional. I just think the day that I get back in the classroom after a sub day, it's just is always hectic because I'm just making sure everything was done correctly, trying to get caught up and acclimated as to what may have happened, and then just feeling frazzled. So I didn't pick up the camera at all. And then after school we had dance practice, and then I wasn't picking up the camera then. And then right after that, Taylor and I decided to do like a little happy hour to celebrate the fact that we just survived the week. Not that the week was anything in particular, but we just survived yet another week. So we were there for a while. And then by the time I got home and was sitting on the couch, showered, I was like, oh, I didn't vlog all day. And I wish I had vlogged yesterday because I think I mentioned and showed you guys the little Valentine's activity I had the class do where they were writing breakup letters, like nice breakup letters. I honestly don't remember if I mentioned it because this week has been kind of a blur. But if I didn't, there was this Pay Teachers product that I purchased, and the premise was to teach them how to write a nice and appropriate breakup letter. You know, middle schoolers swear they're in the throes of like these deep relationships, and there's breakups happening left and right. And so they had fun with it. They knew that they had to write a nice one. They really wanted to write a mean one. And I said, if we can get through the nice ones, then you have time, you can do that, but your grade is based on the nice one. And so we started it on Valentine's Day, and then, no, we didn't start on Valentine's Day. And then we did some of it on Tuesday. No, okay, sorry guys. We started on Valentine's Day. I was gonna finish it up on Tuesday, but knew I was gonna have a sub on Wednesday. And there were some things that I wanted to do with blood, toil, tears, and sweat that I didn't want a sub to do. So I did the blood, toil, tears, and sweat stuff on Tuesday and told them, you'll get class time with the sub on Wednesday to finish up your letter, because I knew that they really wanted to do that. And so that's what they did with the sub. And then we shared them yesterday, and I look a hot mess. I'm sorry, you guys. They finished those up yesterday, or we shared them yesterday, and they were pretty funny. Like, they were well done. They were all very nice and very sweet. But there were a couple letters that were meant to be like jokes. Like, I have this student in my class. There's like this circle of boys that are friends, and they're like really tight to the point where one of my students is just like always wondering where his friend is at, and they're in the same class together, and he's obsessed with sitting next to him and making sure he knows where he's at so he can hang out with him. And so one boy wrote a broke-up letter to the other, and then the other one responded, and then there's this boy and girl in class. I'm not going to say their names, but they are always fighting, and they fight as if they are a married couple. So we always give them a hard time, like, you guys are going to get married someday. And so one group wrote their breakup letter. It was all very lighthearted and fun. So I definitely will do that every year. So we listened to those yesterday. We listened or read another speech from Winston Churchill, not the blood, toil, tears, and sweat, but I pulled the one that is referred to, we shall fight on the beaches. We didn't read the whole speech. We just read the last 2 paragraphs. And I had them practice identifying main idea with those 2 paragraphs instead of using the activity that StudySync wanted them to do, because that activity we had kind of already talked through the questions that assignment was posing. And the remaining time they finished their acted out videos for history and got those uploaded, hopefully. Now, I don't know how helpful it was for me to describe all that to you without you being able to see it, but that's the gist of what I did yesterday. And as far as today is concerned, as I said, my workout is probably the most productive thing that I'm going to do. I have no intentions to do anything today, except for I have a clear intention to do nothing today. Like, I woke up this morning and said, I just need a day where I do nothing besides sit on the couch and probably binge watch the rest of Euphoria. So that's what I'm going to do. And so it is quite possible that I'm going to end the vlog here in the car on the way to Trader Joe's to pick up a couple of things. Honestly, I just need to kind of sit still for a minute because I survived this week, but I'm very anxious about next week because we don't have school on Monday, which is great. I have school on Tuesday, but then I'm negotiating after school on Tuesday, but then I have a sub on Wednesday, which means I somehow need to also make sub plans for Wednesday because we're negotiating on Wednesday as well. And then I'm out on Thursday because I have my biopsy, but I need to be at school because the rally is Friday and the leadership kids are getting stressed, as am I. So I'm just not sure I'm going to be in all these places that I really do need to be at, and not drive myself crazy. And then there's also a memorial for a student that I had last year. Next week, he passed away unexpectedly. And so although I never met him in person because he was a student of mine in the virtual setting, and when we came back in person, he opted and his family opted for him to stay at home. I never physically met him, but I had a conversation with him, a good conversation with him last year. And so I just want to show my support, but I don't know if I'll be able to because that is occurring, I think, on a day that I'm supposed to negotiate. So I'm going to see if the other members of the team are okay with me, I don't know, maybe missing a portion of a day. I really don't know. So, but yeah, I'm in the parking lot of Trader Joe's. Nothing is going to happen today that is worth mentioning or exciting or informative in any way. So I'm going to go ahead and just close the vlog here and take the little break that I need. So, yeah, this lady's not sure what she wants to do. If you enjoyed today's vlog, please that's how tired I am. If you enjoyed this week's vlog, please give us a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. And if you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, please follow me there at Smarty Style. And as always, I hope that you are well. And if you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys in the next video.